be more perfect. Sugar Ray.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Palmer Park, Maryland, a legend of the sport.
How will these two... So here we go. Should be a good one. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. They exchange punches. Can't land the jab there. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
Tried to score with a jab. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The jab not finding its target. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Sugar Ray in that last round.
What are you doing? You've been close to this.
And there's the bell for round 2. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. And he scores with the counter. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Beautiful counter shot. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And down goes Crawford. And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look. 1, 2, 3. Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's...
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break it.
I needed to win this round.
And there's the bell for round 3. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
His stamina is off the charts. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Can't land that jab. His stamina is off the charts. Well done with that counter shot. Counter punching. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Can't find a home with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. There's the bell for round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. That jab misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch, counter punch. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good defense there to stop that hook. Incredible work rate. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up.
You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. Insane action. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just missed with that hook. Do you believe what we're seeing? Misses with the straight left. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym. There's the bell for round 6. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Beautiful counter punch. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That hook just can't find the target. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
Come on, you've let him back into this. You're better than this. Go back at...
Here we go. It's round 7. They really seem to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Shot from the gods, they...
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
back here in the round. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Straight right just misses. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
Come on,
Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Boxing back together. Listen,
And we enter the 8th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me.
It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I've got to see that again.
It happened. You saw.